Hey everyone, Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys a brand new EP review. Haven't done an EP review in a while because mostly I focus just on like full lengths from bands, but there are some EPs I do talk about, and we're going to be talking about the new EP which just came out today on Halloween. So happy Halloween to all my viewers that are watching this. Talking about the new EP from Trivium entitled Struck Dead, which is out now through Roadrunner Records. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Trivium, they're a heavy metal band based out of Orlando, Florida. Been around since 1999, and some people would consider them metalcore. Well, I could mostly like their first two albums, but after that, I don't really consider them just metalcore. I mean, they have that kind of the style in them, but I just consider them more just like a metal band. And they're putting out albums since Ascendancy, which in my opinion is my favorite Trivium album, and also albums like Shogun, In Waves. And really their last few albums being The Sin, the Sentence, What the Dead Men Say, and In the Court of the Dragon, I thought were really great albums. And I was expecting hopefully like a new album, but instead what we have is actually a 3-song EP, which pretty much is only about 18 minutes long. But I just think it's a really great, I guess, something to like hold fans over while we wait for the next Trivium album. One thing to note about this EP, the production on here is great. Like, I feel like this is actually recorded in the band's like own like studio in their hangar down in Florida. And you could definitely tell like they really wanted to hone in their craft, because especially with their last albums or so that they did, they definitely really just keep it fresh and just don't half-ass anything. Vocally, Matt Heafy, I think his vocals have gotten improved a lot better, especially from the last couple albums. Like with this EP, I think it has like, it's hard to describe it. He definitely sounds really just fierce with his harsh vocals, and then his clean vocals I feel like have gotten really powerful. And I just think that, in my opinion, I think Matt's vocals are really great. And then the guitar work on this album is just spot on. And like, one thing I love about Trivium is like they just have new riffs every time. They just keep it fresh and they never reuse anything. It's just always a clean slate to the table. Both Matt Heafy and Corey Bulio, it's just like the way that they play, they almost like complement each other. Like the way that either of them do like their rhythm parts while the other is soloing and vice versa. Like they just really, it's like in the way they're like talking to each other. So I love that about their riffs. The bass playing on this album is pretty audible. I think Paulo Gregoletto definitely stepped up on the bass on here. Like you could definitely hear it well. It cuts well in the mix. And drumming wise, well, now former drummer Alex Bent, I think, in my opinion, I thought he was like the best drummer that he is. And sadly, this is the last release from this because he left the band right before the EP came out, which is a kind of a bummer, because when I first heard him on The Sin and the Sentence, which came out in 2017, I thought he was going to be with the band till the very end. But I'm curious to hear what they have now, because I thought initially they were going to have great Sid Krutman, who played with Sepultura and formerly of Suicidal Tendencies, was going to be playing with them, but now they got Alex Redinger, if I'm saying that right. You also used to play for Whitechapel. I'm really curious to hear what this is going to sound like with the next album, but it is a good send-off for Alex Bent, so we'll miss you, man. So without further ado, let's dive into this 3-song EP, track by track. Now, starting things off is Bury Me With My Screams, which is the first song released for this EP, the single, I should say. It has the music video with them in their studio in the hangar and stuff. And I just think right from the get-go, this song is just loaded with chunky riffs, and it's just a really galloping pace. Has some really great melody, and the right there, and then the aggression from Matt, just bury me with my screams. Just like the lyrics on here are just really catchy, and it just, once you hear it, it's just like gets you right in there. And I thought it was just perfect. And then we go into the title track of the album, or this EP, I should say. He Struck Dead. Now, I feel like this takes it up a notch with even more further, has some really great fury, especially with the blistering speed, and just enough, just really powerful. And then has a really great lyrics, like just like struck fucking dead, like right from the get go. And I just think it's a Really great song, and another one I really dig. And then closing things out is Six Walls Surround Me, which is the longest song on here, which is 7 minutes long. And it begins with kind of different from what we heard with the first two. It has some really acoustic parts in there, and then it just dives right first into like the main riffs, and then I just feel like the band really just hasn't lost their like appetite just for going like thrashing and metal. And there's like a really great midsection in here which has a really great riff in here, and just the dynamics between everybody at the band is just really proves that they're really great. Now overall, Struck Dead EP by Trivium, really good EP. I actually like it. I think it's kind of like it's something to hold fans over. So we wait for the next album from Trivium, which I heard supposedly will be next year. But yeah, if I had to give this EP a score, I'm going to give Struck Dead by Trivium an 8 out of 10. So that's my review of the EP, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, and I'll see you all in the next video. And as always, keep it metal and happy Halloween.